Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sophie Thompson and I'm your MC for the evening. And so I'm going to ask everyone, if they can, please, to take a seat. We're about to have a welcome to country, and that'll be done by Uncle Mickey Kamatpi Marecha O'Brien. And we're actually going to do it here in the marquee. So it'll be a very special ceremony. So please grab a pew and we'll wait to get started.
Nananadlo, kumaka, you're coming in there. Na money. Oh, we've got some money eyes, which is wonderful. And it's wonderful that we can use the language of the Kaurna people of the Adelaide Plains. And because language is not only important, because it gives us so much, not only a connection to that of the First Nations peoples, but we also get to, in some ways, understand these terms and values and how people in our particular community use language. And sometimes those literal and descriptive ways are really interesting, because when we say Namani, we're asking you, are you well? We didn't actually have a word for hello, because hello was actually a modern word. It was created because of the telephone. But you have all said Mani I back, which means you're all fat. And fat, this is great. But it's a different type of fat. It's not the size, it's actually the layer of fat on an animal, which means if it's an animal's got good fat, it means it's a healthy animal, therefore a good animal. And so that's where it comes from. So nai gana pia ko mankalankala maruachanga gana mina. Inira na mani puriji, nai nari kamatpi merited, nai wangadi mani na puni gani yata na irindi yata wara paringa yata poti. So welcome to the lands of the Kaurna people. This place that we come to today, being Warrapringa, Warra meaning wind, Paringa meaning on the river. So this is where the wind meets the river in the valley, and so a special place, not only where I have our Living Kaurna Cultural Centre, but really a place where our people certainly gathered and came. I am known as Mickey O'Brien. I am a descendant of the Kaurna people and the Narunga people, but I'm also known as the Impatient One. I know it's not a name that I really thought I would get, because the other wonderful thing about the meaning of my name is that it actually means quick. But I was known to be quick on the football field, but sadly I'm the impatient one. I am the sixth-born male of 7 children. My father is Yellowburger, the old man of the sea, Uncle Lewis O'Brien, Kaurna elder. My mother is Pauline Sansbury, a Narunga elder of the York Peninsula. But when we come to a place, we not only bring the good spirits, and that we bring good blessings to you and send away the sadness that we come with. But sometimes when we do the smoking ceremony, it has great meaning. It's not only about allowing the old to go, allow the new to come in. It was a part of our care and looking after the landscapes of our areas, being in fire stick farming. And so smoke and fire was important. There's only 2 animals in the world that uses fire for its benefit. One is the human. Who is the other one? The kite or the eagle or the hawk. It would take the burning embers where they saw the Aboriginal people do the fire stick farming, pick up the burning ember in its claw and drop it into the bush to push out prey. And so it learned from the Aboriginal people. And when you consider we, as Aboriginal people, learn from the animals by studying the environment itself, so it's wonderful that we can give something back to the animals itself. But when we come to a place, we say you are the important people, because we say your face tells you where you've been and your heart tells you where to go. What does that mean? I have no idea, but it sounds good. No, I do. It says that our face being our really, not just our age, our learnings itself, it's being in our muka being our brain, allows us to collect knowledge. Unless we use knowledge for good, connecting it to our culture being the heart, then we can't use it for good, because that's what gives us care and emotion and strength in it. Now you have some gum leaves on your table. I'm going to ask you to take that, and you're going to come up and you're going to take one from here, from mine, and I'm going to take one. You take one, and so I ask you to take your gum leaf. Choose wisely. I'm going to exchange with you. And so I want you to exchange your gum leaves with somebody. Why? Not to get COVID or anything like that, but the idea of exchanging your... Now, you noisy lot. Maybe I should have said do it silently. Now, the idea of you taking the leaf and exchanging it is, the leaf is connected to the tree to the land, the oldest thing in the world. It has been here before us, will continue to be here after us. By taking a leaf, you're taking the knowledge and the wisdom of the land, but your DNA, being your fingerprint, has been put on that leaf. So therefore, you're sharing your knowledge and wisdom by putting your fingerprint on there, because no one person holds all the knowledge and wisdom in the world. It is shared. And our people were knowledgeable, and also about certain things. We believe that you didn't need to know everything, only the things that were important to you and your family and your community. And so that's why we gathered. We gathered to exchange knowledge and things like that. Now, I not only have shared you obviously about this place and this land, but also I want to in some ways exchange this culture with you so that you understand these things, because when you take that leaf, we say nada nablu kamanka yara kumanindi, which means leave your lunch money on the table because I'll collect it after. No, it says we give, we receive, becoming one. And that's what our people were. We took what was needed, not what was wanted, and shared everything that we had. And so it's an important statement, it's an important value, because it's about reciprocity, mutual benefit, two-ness, about this understanding of caring and giving back. And I'm going to explain also the value and the importance of a smoking ceremony, but I'm going to do that through some storytelling. And I'm going to use my shield as the background to this, as my whiteboard. And as soon as I find a crayon here. So, I'm going to tell you a story, and your job is to work out the story. And Soph, you'll need to find out who gets the answer quickly and first, because I have got a prize.
Ooh.
And you'll get something from me. So, these people, they lit 3 fires, just like this. And as they lit those 3 fires, people came. And as they came, they formed a circle, just like this. And then they chanted and linked arms. One but stood in the middle. They made a sacrifice. And then that one called to the spirit. What am I talking about? Anybody? You can't really see my picture. I'll add one little bit. That might help. It's not a wagon wheel either. You do it every year of your life. Birthday. Jerry got it. So it's a birthday. So if you actually understand the elements that I've talked about, the 3 fires were not the years of your birth. They actually represented past, present, and future. So you only really had 3 candles on your cake, not the 50 for Jerry. But the other thing is that when you understand that, fire was about warding off evil. And they believed that the spirits of the bad would come to you, and so therefore by people coming, they bring good spirits. The chanting was singing the birthday song. The one that stood in the middle was the birthday person. The sacrifices cutting the cake, the sharing, the giving of food, and the calling to the Spirit is blowing out the candle, asking for the good spirit or that wish to be brought to you. So each year, you're not asking to be older, you're actually asking for good spirits to be coming to you so that you have a good year. And that's what a smoking ceremony is about. It's about bringing good spirits to you so that you can feel a part of this place and connected to this place. So a very important thing. So give that book to Jerry. It's a book from my father. Now, don't worry, you've got 3 chances to win a prize. Now, I'll get you, so just to hold that. Now, I've got some other items here. Does anybody know what this is? It's the hole, it's got a tube. No, it's not a didgeridoo, and it would be Yiddicky if it was the real name. But no, it's not a didgeridoo, it's not a Yiddicky. A what? No, it's not a what is it, telescope? No, anybody?
Carrying fire.
Ah, they had a shorter one to do that, but no. Sorry, it's not to do with music. Yes. No, it's not to make fire. If I did this, not so good. It's a bit hard holding the shield. It's making a sound, but the sound is calling somebody. With an emu caller. That's what it is. So you can get that gentleman there.
Yeah, I'll do. Well done.
Now, so it's an emu caller. Now, the final and last thing. These feathers are made of an emu. We call this a Gardy Whopper, meaning emu feathers on a stick. But clever, isn't it? Now, just to help you, and you are so far away, so I'll just get you to hold that, have a look at it, have a smell, have a feel, and think of what it is. Have a look. Obviously, they're emu feathers. What do you think that's made of?
Wood,
what is it?
Wood and resin? Or?
Yes, resin and wood, yeah. What do you think that resin's made with?
Yucca?
Yeah, yucca, yeah. Being the grass tree.
Yep.
Or some people would say, we would say the kurul tree, being in Ghana, and it's mixed with something else. Can you
Ash?
smell it?
Ash?
No. Kangaroo poo. Look at she's Now, this wasn't just a headdress, it was also a game. Does anybody know what game? And no, it's not darts. A game. What game do you think this is? Surprise on it.
Kick the tail on the donkey.
No. I'll demonstrate. All right, so I forgot your name again. Catherine?
Yep.
Kathy. All right, Kathy, got your catching hands? Catching hands. You ready?
Well
Throw it
done.
back by the feathers. Hard.
Badminton.
No! It's an international game and a national game. No. Not football.
Badminton.
Not netball. Not badminton. Not tennis. Not volleyball.
Basketball.
Not basketball.
Feather
Not
ball.
cricket. Starts with an R. Rugby. Who said rugby? There you go. You've got a book. Hand that. So it's rugby. We actually are the oldest players of rugby. This game called Gardy Whopper was played with 100 people, all naked, 50 each side, and they would play it by throwing the emu feather stick to each other. And the idea was, like in rugby, whoever's got the ball is tackled. And they would tackle people, and the idea was to get the feathers to the other side of the field. And it was recorded in time by an artist called Cawthorne, and he not only recorded the information, but he actually painted or drew a picture of them playing the game where there's a big scrum. So many of the things that we know who, in some ways, are all connectable. And why do I say this? Because we say these words, Nachi Yukandaya, Nachi Yakandaya, Padnia Do Watu, which is saying that we are all brothers and sisters, and realise that culture enables us to come together, should never divide us. Let us walk together in harmony. Recognise when we do those things, we never say goodbye to people, because we know that we will always see people. Why? Because our physical is only ever temporary, but our spiritual is forever. We believe that if you're a good person, you're buried facing Kangaroo Island. Therefore, the place of Kangaroo Island is called Garda, being the lap. And therefore, what would happen is your spirit would travel there and would be changed to become a part of the landscape, the skies, the waters, the plants and animals. So therefore, if you look after the land whilst you're in the physical, when you return in the spiritual, then it's always there for you. So it's an important and holistic philosophy of understanding the value of looking after the land itself, which is what you're here for, to receive and to be recognised for your contributions to looking after the land. And so it's an important step, and it's what all of us should do in our lives whilst we're in the physical. And to leave one more final story. The story is a story about learning the values and understanding of the landscapes by walking the landscapes and spending that time with elders, taking a journey that wasn't just a day's journey, but sometimes many days. And on that journey, you would sit and build a fire to make your bed and to give warmth and protection and light and comfort. And as this young person sat there with the great elder, wanted to ask the questions, and the great elder said, you need to get your rest because we have an early start. And as the great elder fell asleep and started snoring, the young person sat there looking at the bright stars in the skies, could hear the animals that was surrounding them, but could hear the wind as it went across the bushes, just like you can hear here. And they felt that the wind was talking to them, and so they got up out of their bed and they started walking with the wind. And the wind was getting louder, and then they started running with the wind. And as they were running with the wind, they felt that the wind was saying something to them, saying, come closer, come closer. And they did. They went closer and closer and closer. They attacked them! And it was the great elder, and he said, don't you know the darkness will get in your eyes? Never leave my sight. Always stay close. So why did I tell you that story? Because I saw you nodding off it. And, no one nods off at my stage time. No. It's a way to remind you of the story, the value and the importance. It's not to frighten you or scare you. And so therefore, what does that story tell us? Well, it says that when we are with those who are wise and those who are the people who look after us, that we must stay close, must listen to what they tell us. But it also says to those who are looking after our young people to look after them, make sure they're not lost, to make sure they're safe, and to continue to share all of those things that you have learned so that you can pass that on and they can carry that on into the generations to come. So like I said at the very beginning, never say goodbye, always say nakara being see you later, which is an important value of our people in coming together. And so I know I will see you, whether it be the physical or whether it be the spiritual, and so may the good blessings of our spirit people be continually with you as you walk, as you sit, as you eat. Because we say, my unjiga, my anjiga, which says, when we sit and eat and share in conversation, we truly are a people of many things and many cultures, and therefore a people of one. So, nakara and naitaya. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was awesome.
What a beautiful and fitting start to the 2021 South Australian Landcare Awards. So this event was originally due to happen late last year, but like many things with COVID, it's been rescheduled, and we are delighted that people have been able to arrange this to happen in an outdoor venue, so we don't need to have masks on unless you choose to do so. And it's a beautiful venue with the amazing landscape around us, and we're in for a great night. Now, a little bit of housekeeping. First off, phones, please put them on mute or silent. Loos, if you need them, are in the back. As far as food goes, the food will be served to you. If you do have special dietary requirements, we ask that you go into the back and they'll have your meals put aside for you there. Yes, I think that's it. Here we are. Now I need to acknowledge, this whole awards is about acknowledging the high achievers in the Landcare community, but we also need to acknowledge that we've got some very special guests with us, and this event is not only here for us that are here in the physical, there's a whole lot of people joining us online, which is fantastic. So our special guests include the Honourable Susan Close, MP, Deputy Premier, the City of Marion Deputy Mayor Luke Hutchison, Barossa Council Mayor Bim Lange, and in addition we'd like to thank the many judges who have volunteered their expertise to help judge the 9 different categories. Thanks also go to Landcare Australia for their terrific support, and the team led by Melissa Higgins and represented here by James Walsh, Head of Landcare Services, and board member Anna Hooper. Also the National Landcare Network Chair, represented tonight by Chair Dr. Patrick O'Connor. And finally, we need to acknowledge all the award sponsors. The Australian Government, represented by long-time Landcare friend Simon Goodhand, KPMG, Woolworths, represented by Alicia Moore, Assistant State Manager, Supermarket Operations, South Australia Northern Territory, WA Woolworths Food Group, and Caitlin Gordon, State Administration Assistant, South Australia Northern Territory. We've got the Green Adelaide Board, represented by Presiding Member Professor Chris Daniels, and we've got some board members, Greg Ingleton, Adrian Scull, and Tobias Turner. We've got the General Manager, Brenton Greer, and staff members, Kim Krebs, Kath Mossop, and Robin Mulsher. Steadfast Insurance, the Australian Community Media, represented by Greg Mayfield, Group Editor for South Australia, and National Landcare Partner, Konica Minolta, who have supplied the printed material. Now, firstly, I'd like to introduce Sarah Barrett, Chair of Landcare South Australia, for her update, and then we'll get on with the awards.
Thank you, Sophie, and thanks, Uncle Mickey. Thank you. That was a lovely welcome to country, and we really appreciate it. Thank you, all of you, for being here. It's exciting to be here and to actually see some people face-to-face that I've not seen face-to-face yet. There's even some committee members here that I've been meeting with virtually, so it's really lovely to have everybody here. I would also like to acknowledge the Deputy Premier, Honourable Susan Close, and thank you for finding time in your schedule to be here tonight. I've just got 3 very quick things to do, and the first one of those, which I have worded some people about but not all, is to introduce our committee for those members who are here. This is the Landcare Association of South Australia. These are the people who have helped put tonight on and are also part of our Landcare Association of South Australia, which is a very important piece of our Landcare work in that we are the advocates for Landcare in our state and represent Landcare in our state. And I'd just like to say your name, if you could please stand up. Cherie Bowman. Jerry Butler's already standing up over here for us. Claire Cetra. And there's a couple who couldn't be here tonight, and I just actually got a text message from poor Nat Somerville, whose child has come down with COVID, so she couldn't make it tonight. Matt Humphreys unfortunately couldn't be here, and I think joining us virtually is Nikki Dumbrell. So while you guys are standing, I'd also like to introduce our staff. We've got some new faces that not everybody's met yet. They've been working really hard in the background, and I'd like to introduce our Executive Officer, Dr. Eleanor Pratt, and also Deb Laver, who is our Project Officer for the Landcare-led Bushfire Recovery Project on Kangaroo Island. So thank you, all of you. So the Landcare Association of South Australia is a grassroots association. As I said, we're non-for-profit, we have charity status, we're all volunteers, and we're part of the Landcare, the National Landcare Network, who is a grassroots Landcare representative movement across Australia. We advocate for our members through this network. We hold events, training and workshops. As I said, we represent Landcare in the state, and we work closely with the government, and very soon we've got some exciting developments that we'd like to work through with the new government, and I'm sure that we'll be chatting very soon and have some exciting news to let you all know about. The second thing that I just wanted to let you know about, there's a few things on the tables that hopefully haven't blown away. One of them is just a little tile to alert you to some Landcare roadshows that are going to be happening throughout this year. And this is a little bit of a different concept for us. Some of you already know that we usually hold a big conference every couple of years. And this year we've moved away from that, and we're really looking to have some more bespoke regional events, sort of like mini conferences. We've got some great partners with Green Adelaide and also Bank Australia who've indicated their support for this to hold throughout their regions, but we will also be looking for new other supporters, and also would like to invite you all along to those. So please keep an eye out for those events coming up. The other thing that is on your table is also a QR code, which is not the check-in, but it's actually a QR code that'll take you to our webpage, our members page, where, as of tonight, you are the guinea pigs, there's an early bird special for our Landcare membership. Our Landcare membership base is not just Landcare groups. We also have groups who may not necessarily be known as Landcare groups, but are part of our Landcare family. So there's other organisations, and also individuals can be members as well. So I really encourage you, a couple of clicks of your phone, you can get through. It's free membership tonight for the next financial year. So it's an early bird special. I'd really encourage you to do that as well, and also to let your networks know about that one. I think that's all I had to say. I just want to really wish all the nominees good luck, and I've looked at a lot of the applications. I was part of the judging a couple of years past, and it gave me great inspiration to read through a lot of the applications of all the work that everybody's doing throughout the state. And no matter if you don't get a gong tonight, I know you've all worked tremendously hard, so thank you.
Fabulous, thanks Sarah. Now tonight we should let everyone know that the winner of each category will receive a cheque for $1,000, a bespoke trophy and a ticket to the 2022 National Landcare Awards in Sydney, where they'll be representing South Australia. Now, our first award for the evening is the KPMG Indigenous Land Management Award. Now, this is presented by Anna Hooper, who I'm going to ask if she can come up to present that on behalf of KPMG.
Thanks, Sophie, for the welcome. I'll start by saying how thrilled I am to be here, and also how proud and excited I am to be a new appointment to the Board of Landcare Australia. And thank you so much to the team at Landcare South Australia for hosting such a special event. The work on this project and bringing all the finalists here this evening is just so important, and I hope to meet a few of you tonight. I'd like to acknowledge the support of the Australian Government for the Landcare Awards program, and I guess also just to say how terrific I think that these awards are, in terms of the fact that they not only shine a light on the diversity and all the effort in the people involved in Landcare and their time they contribute to volunteering, and also just by bringing communities together and providing the opportunity to learn from and be inspired by the amazing people that work in this space. A few thank yous. Simon Goodhand, to you and your team in Canberra for the ongoing support of the organisations involved in Landcare. We have so much more we need to do, and we look forward to doing it together. And again, to the special guests that we have here, I won't cover all of them, but the Honorary Susan Close, City of Marion Deputy Mayor Luke Hutchinson, Mayor Bim Lange, and Patrick O'Connor, Chair of the National Landcare Network. So now I'll get to presenting the award, the KPMG Indigenous Land Management Award. This award acknowledges an outstanding Indigenous community group or an individual that is working towards land use and or enhancing or protecting an area on behalf of the community. Landcare Australia works closely with KPMG to align our partnership activities with their corporate citizenship pillars of Indigenous Australia, climate action, lifelong learning and mental health. Each pillar has direct alignment with Landcare and with First Nations people. As sponsors of this award, they will work with the finalists to help raise awareness and recognise the contribution of cultural land management to this country. And the finalists are the Ghana Cardla Paranthi Project Team, I hope I've pronounced that right, and Mark Coolmartry. I would like to invite the finalists to come onto the stage while we hear more about them.
The day of the cultural burn, the feeling was just really good.
What we're trying to do today with this cultural burn, we're bringing forth life.
When you put the right fire on country at the right time, the clean smoke helps germinate the seed bank in the ground. You know, you're caring for country, you're bringing that part of the country back to life.
It's never been done in a capital city ever before, so you know what, we are history makers.
Our people haven't done this for years, and to be the fellas here on country doing it. All these young fellas here, get involved. Special, very special.
Today was that very first seed for, Adelaide and the surrounding areas around here in South Australia, and I just know that this will continue for them.
That young generation, we're all a part of this. Together as one, we all take ownership. I'll enjoy those tears of happiness, smile. Thank you. Thanks for all.
Yaldi Andu, Roppenwaki Rui. We're here today at the Nyundi Nature Conservancy, and we're here to demonstrate the work we have done by relearning country, to show the values that our Waki people have held for the swamp regions of the Fleurieu. We're here to bring back country, to relearn that. We're here to look at the survival of country. Come for a little walk with me as we noppen on Rui.
Before I announce the winner, we've also got a highly commended award, and the highly commended award goes to the Ghana Cardla Paranthi Project Team. And surprise, surprise, the winner of the KPMG Indigenous Land Management Award is Mark Coolmartry.
I'm actually really stunned here. I was working today and I didn't want to come, But John Fargus said to me, no, just come along and have the night out and enjoy it, because all the work you do. And so I suppose first up, I just want to acknowledge the great work that Adelaide Hills and Fleurieu board has given to me. And I want to acknowledge John Fargo and the Yundi Nature Conservancy as a landholder to allow us as a people to be able to do work and learn and relearn country. We're on a journey here, and for us it's been difficult, and I just want to acknowledge all the young people that are involved in our project, the elders that are learning and relearning country. I just want to acknowledge all of the board and everyone involved in this, and yeah, I'm really stunned. Normally I'm not short of words, but I just want to thank you all. Thank you.
Fabulous. So after each award, the winners are going to go over to the media wall and have some photos done. So the next award for the evening is the Woolworths Junior Landcare Team Award. And this is presented by Alicia Moore, Assistant State Manager, Supermarket Operations, SA, NT, WA, Woolworths Food Group. Boom, 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 boom. Go for it, Alicia.
I do apologise that they put a very lengthy title there. Thank you, Sophie, and good evening. It's a pleasure to be here with everyone this evening, and what a special opening this evening as well. So we're here to present on behalf of Woolworths the Junior Landcare Team Award. Woolworths is a proud to be long-standing partner of Landcare Australia, and to support the inspiring work that all the Junior Landcare program provides. Woolworths works with Landcare in a number of ways, including as sponsors of tonight's Junior Landcare Award, on their Junior Landcare Learning Centre, and also on the Woolworths Junior Landcare Grants program. We've just closed out applications again for the Woolworths Junior Landcare Grants program, and I'm actually thrilled to share with you tonight that we actually had 1,521 applications for funding this year, which the team are currently working in assessing all of the applications that have been submitted. We expect to be able to announce at least $1 million in Woolworths Junior Landcare grants mid-year, which will give even more children wonderful opportunities to be involved in Landcare activities. Tonight I'm presenting the Woolworths Junior Landcare Team Award, which acknowledges a school, youth organisation or youth community Landcare team that contributes to raising awareness, sharing knowledge and promoting participation of Landcare amongst young people. As this is a national category, which Sophie already mentioned earlier, the winner will participate at the 2022 National Landcare Awards as the South Australian nominee. On behalf of our wider Woolworths team, we absolutely have to commend everyone within this category. All the efforts by the finalists were absolutely outstanding and so impressive. And we're absolutely inspired by all the future environmental champions who absolutely are making a difference every single day in their contribution. It is my pleasure to announce the finalists for the Woolworths Junior Landcare Team Award, and I hope I get all the pronunciations right. So Guardian Childcare and Education St Clair, Auburn Primary School, Wilderness School Environment Club, We've got the Athelston School Group and Lobethal Primary School Class 5. I invite these finalists to come up on stage as we hear from them all now. Oh, okay. Yes, perfect. I might just get you to stand
With
on the
the
side.
interest and knowledge gained from raising monarch butterflies, we developed this outdoor classroom and butterfly garden. With the help of Maya, our community gardener, and Stephen Fuller from Bringing Back Butterflies, we selected and planted Indigenous host and nectar plants. And we have educated our St Clair community about the importance of butterfly gardening. And this is our butterfly garden.
And I'm Murphy. Welcome to Auburn Primary School, where we know we are the future and what we do now matters.
Learning to care for our environment in our school and community is small but mighty action.
We join forces with the Upper Wakefield Landcare Group annually, revegetating our local environments.
Our weekly gardening lessons and projects give us the knowledge and skills we need to nurture nature.
Together, we believe we can make a difference if we think globally, act locally.
As part of the Adelaide Botanic Gardens Stewardship of Endemic Endangered Species program, known as the SEEDS program, Wilderness School students have been helping to propagate seeds of a critically endangered plant species called Spiridium fontis woodsii. This species is native to the Coorong, where our school has its secondary site named Crawford. When we started working with this plant, there were only 11 of the species left in a roadside population. Now we have planted over 500 seeds and have more than 50 plants, which we have planted at both our school in Medindi but also at the Coorong. We're continuing to work with this plant in the hope that we can successfully save it from the brink of extinction in the near future.
I'm doing the recognition. Yes, lovely. So we're going to give some recognition awards in the efforts, and I must say before we do that, as we can see by the videos, all were outstanding and very inspiring to all of us here, so big well done to everyone. So in the recognition efforts, it is my pleasure to present an encouragement award to Athelston School and Lobethal Primary School as well. They're not here tonight, so we'll give them a big round of applause anyway. And then we have also to announce being highly recognised and highly commended awards. So the Auburn Primary School, a big well done for highly commended award. They're not here tonight. We'll give them a bigger. And then also our second highly commended award goes to the Wilderness School Environmental Club as well. Come up here. Come up here. Lovely. Well done. There we go. Congratulations.
So Liz should just go over and put the photographer to take a photo.
Okay. And in recognition of their project, very first video that we saw today is Bringing Back Butterflies, how it is helping to support native butterfly habitats in an urban area, inspiring curiosity and involving our youngest generation. Congratulations to the South Australian winner of the Woolworths Junior Landcare Award, which is the Guardian Childcare and Education St Clair. Congratulations. That's very exciting. Congratulations. God, we can't believe it. Well done. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Come on. Just watching you too.
Just like to say thank you very much to Landcare for the opportunity, and Guardian St Clair. We're so proud of you. I know you're watching at home, so thank you very much to all the children and families for your support. It's just been an amazing adventure for us, and Mayor for all your contribution as well as our community gardener. We're just so grateful to have everyone on board with this project, and we look forward to the future as well. Thank you very much, everyone.
Now, as the food boxes are being passed out, I will remind people, if anyone's got special dietary needs, your meal will be down the back. So if you'd like to go and grab that. Now, it's up by the bar. Okay. Okay, our next award this evening is the Coast Care Award, presented by James Walsh, Head of Landcare Services, Landcare Australia. So if James would like to come up.
Good evening, everyone. Firstly, I'd like to acknowledge the Kaurna people, the traditional owners of the land on which we are meeting today, and I would like to pay my respect to elders past, present and emerging. The Coast Care Award acknowledges a community group or network that has contributed to the significant improvement of a coastal habitat or marine environment. It's an honour to be here tonight to acknowledge all three of the great community-led Coast Care projects under consideration, and I would like to congratulate all the finalists. We'll now show a short video showing the nominees. Our first nominee is...
These dunes are a major feature of our beaches, but over time they've become significantly degraded to the point of almost disappearing. So over the last 30 to 40 years, these dunes have actually been recreated by people. The City of Holdfast Bay have teamed up with Trees for Life.
Over the last 3 years, the Reclaim the Dunes project has weeded extensively and planted over 15,000 native plants in the dune system between Brighton and Seacliff, and involved over 300 local community members.
As a group, we call ourselves the Holdfast Habitat Heroes, and we get out every week and weed throughout the dunes. We've also had a Surf Life Saving Day here with Brighton Surf Life Saving Club and the Seacliff Surf Life Saving Club.
So we had 3 local primary schools. We had multiple kids wanting to come out on the weekends to water their plants. Had some kids even name their plants.
In years to come, we look forward to seeing these native seedlings grow and create a healthy and biodiverse coastline for our precious Adelaide beaches.
Welcome to the Moana Sands Conservation Park, a 23-hectare coastal reserve south of Adelaide in Kaurna country. The Friends of Moana Sands Conservation Park have been restoring this site through natural area restoration activities for 20 years. The greater community has been drawn into these restoration and educational activities, including Tattachilla Lutheran College students. Looking back at the last 20 years, we have transformed this site from a drifting, windswept former sand quarry with mainly weeds to this highly diverse conservation reserve that protects heritage sites. The Friends of Moana Sands Conservation Park, celebrating 20 years of natural area restoration in 2022.
Hello, I'm Richard House, Chairman of Victor Harbour Coast Care. This 20-year-old group works along a 5K coastal strip where most of what we do is woody weed control and revegetation. A big current project, aided by a contractor, is the removal of Casuarina glauca from the bluff. This is arduous hands and knees work, using the techniques of drill and fill and frilling. We're also involved in similar work, removing tamarisk from near the famous causeway to Granite Island. Elsewhere, we've provided public education by establishing a dune plants garden and installing educational panels. We're most grateful for a $5,000 grant from the coastal branch of DEW for the bluff contractor and for the provision of plants by Landscape SA and the Victor Harbour Council. You will never get anywhere unless you start somewhere.
We'd now like to invite all the nominees up to the stage. Great projects, everyone. And the winner for tonight, for the Coast Care Award, is Victor Harbour Coast Care. Thank you, mate.
Thank you very much. Oh.
Sure. We also have two highly commended awards, one for Friends of Moana Sands. And also a highly commended award for Reclaim the Dunes project.
Okay, if you want to go to the meeting, they'll take a photo. Yeah, absolutely. Richard, yep.
Well, I'd have to say that it's absolutely wonderful to be the winners. We've been working 20 years on the dunes at Victor Harbour, and Victor Harbour Coast Care can jolly well say that we can notice the difference there. There are some trees that we were working on 20 years ago that we don't see now anymore. It's wonderful that we've made such progress, and it's not just me, it's a group of about 20 of us. We have 2 working bees a month, and we've become really good friends because of working together for so long. Thank you very much to everybody who's made it possible for us to win this award. And as I said in the video, if you don't start somewhere, you'll never get anywhere. Thank you.
Fantastic. So our next award this evening is the Green Adelaide Urban Landcare Award, and this is going to be presented by Professor Chris Daniels and aided by Minister Susan Close MP.
Well, Barrel Girl. I don't think that's how I'd introduce my my newly minted minister, but I'm absolutely delighted to have Dr. Close up here. Nina Mani, everyone, and it's wonderful to be here on the lands of the Kaurna people, and to acknowledge the Kaurna Maiona in such a wonderful place as this, the Kaurna Living Cultural Centre. Really a super fantastic place to think about people who occupied this space for 45 to 50,000 years, sharing the land and taking care of it. So there's a real symbolism here between connecting with Kaurna people and then having the Landcare Awards. I'm really thrilled to be part of this, and so is all of our Green Adelaide board, because of the importance of the urban area to connecting with landscape. So I know that the Landcare Awards have been going since 1991, and it's terrific to have them here in the city. And it's for a number of reasons. One, this is a biodiversity hotspot. There's tremendous wealth of plants and animals located all around us. So if we really want to conserve biodiversity in the state, one great spot to start is right here at home. And there's some 26 separate parks or localities around metropolitan Adelaide that are all cared for by wonderful groups, friends of groups, Landcare groups. Sometimes it's just individuals whose houses might back onto a space, but they're all tremendously important individual activities that really help to conserve biodiversity. But they do something else as well. They actually engage the local community. And isn't it fantastic to see so many schools out there undertaking activities in association with Landcare and with the landscape boards and with local government and a whole array of other partners, the Department for Environment. And this gets the importance of nature onto the radar of young people, of older people, of all elements of society, so that we start to make some difference here in our own locality. And these two things, connecting people and saving biodiversity, were a big part of our pitch to become National Park City, which we got in December last year. Wait for applause to subside. Yay, that's great. And that's really the essence of a National Park City, is that connection with people and nature in our own backyards. And again, as Richard said so eloquently, if we can start doing something also locally, then that will spread to the national and then the international stage, and we start to make a difference. Okay, I'll stop rambling now because I'll get all overexcited and introduce the Green Adelaide Urban Landcare Awards. And we have 3 contenders, and they are the Friends of the Sturt River Landcare Group, the Friends of Warraparinga, and the Semaphore Largs Dunes Group. And we have a video.
Welcome to Warraparinga, the windy place by the river. I'm Rosalind Shute, the chair of the Friends of Warraparinga. This group has worked for 3 decades to restore the River Sturt here to its pre-1836 condition. Only the red gums and a few small indigenous plants were left, and the final stretch of natural river course was in danger of becoming a concrete drain like downstream. The community rebelled, the river was saved, and now over 99 species of indigenous plants can be found here. Superb fairy wrens, which have disappeared from gardens across the Adelaide Plains, have now returned to Warraparinga, a sign of a healthier ecosystem. We work hard to protect Warraparinga from the effects of urban development and to maintain it as an appropriate setting for the Living Ghana Cultural Centre. It's become an educational resource and a haven in suburbia for wildlife and the local community.
Largs Dunes Group. We've been operating now for 3 years, our 3rd year of mainly weeding in the dunes. We're trying to clear out the invasive species and let the natives come up and get a really good hold. We also clear up rubbish, and during the winter months when it's wet we do plantings and then look after the new plantings. Our patch goes from Hart Street at Semaphore South right through to Strathfield Terrace, north of the Largs Jetty. Currently our fears are around the sand pumping pipeline. This area has been announced as an extension to the pipeline. Dunes are here for a reason. They form a really good buffer. We think they look beautiful. They're a total community asset.
Is there 3 videos? Well, I guess we'll go straight to the winner then. And the winner is the Friends of Sturt River Landcare Group. They have achieved outstanding on-ground action to protect and improve a 27-kilometre urban river system. Can the others come up though? Do we have the Friends of Warraparinga and the Semaphore Largs Group here? Please come on up, because both your groups are highly commended. So we have highly commended certificates for them. And I think we can now look at the video. Running like a well-oiled machine up here, isn't it? We can now put the Friends of Sturt River video on, and then I'll hand it over to you if you like.
Hi, I'm Samantha Kerr and welcome to Oakland's Wetland and Reserve. You might know this place. It's the site of the old driver training school at Oaklands Park, but that has all changed. Today, there's a constructed wetland that captures and cleans water from the Sturt River, and this natural water factory is home to a wildlife corridor planted largely by volunteers over the past 8 years. And that transformation has locals thinking about the long-term future of the Windy River. I'm in the middle of the wildlife corridor between Oaklands wetland and the Sturt River drain. It's hard to believe now, but when we first started planting in 2013, there was almost none of this stuff around. But since that time, our volunteers have planted more than 75,000 seedlings to create a wildlife corridor that runs from Oaklands wetland in the north to Oaklands Reserve in the south, almost down to the Seaford rail line.
My name's Samantha Kerr. I'm the president of the Friends of Sturt River Landcare Group. We did make a video. There were incredible stunts, so we've really missed out here. I just want to briefly tell you some of the stuff that was in it. Since we began 8 years ago, we planted 75,000 seedlings at Oaklands Wetland and Reserve. We've created a 2-hectare wildlife corridor, and we're now working with City of Marion and City of Holdfast Bay. We have 6 sites, and our long-term aim is to join them up via the Sturt River linear pathway. So what we're after is a beautiful wildlife corridor that we can all enjoy, that will make the cities cooler, greener and wilder, and most importantly, will acknowledge the role that volunteers play in looking after the places that we love and the places that we live. So thank you very much, and I especially want to thank every one of our volunteers, and I know who you are because I started the group. I have all of your names, and I know exactly what you've done, and I couldn't be more pleased to be here and accept this award on your behalf. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Now we're going to have a short break. There's going to be a second basket of food come out. So if you need to use the facilities, the loos are down the back. The bar is open if you want to purchase another drink. And we will reconvene at about 7:30ish. So enjoy, stretch your legs, because we've got some more great awards coming up. Okay, our next award this evening is the Australian Government Landcare Farming Award, presented by Simon Goodhand, Australian Government Representative. Thank you, Simon.
All right, thanks, Sophie, and good evening, all. Just before I start, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners, the Kaurna people on whose land we meet today, and also acknowledge their leaders, past, present and future. And also thank Uncle Mickey for that inspiring welcome to country, which led us down some interesting paths and stories and thoughts to take away. So that was brilliant. Thanks, Mickey. So, yeah, I'm Simon Goodhand. I work for the Department of Agriculture, Water and Environment, the Australian Government. And been working based in Adelaide for nearly 19 years for the Australian Government. As you can tell, I've picked up an accent while I'm doing that. These awards are funded by the National Landcare Programme. I work in the National Landcare Programme with colleagues in Canberra. I focus on the agriculture component, smart farms. And so that funding, as well as supports the regional bodies around the country, it supports LAL, or Landcare Australia, Landcare, the National Landcare Network, to support Landcare community and movement around the country. And this night tonight is part of that celebration of the work in South Australia particularly, of all the good work and inspiring work. And before I actually announce the categories, I'd just like to thank all the people who applied for these categories. And it's great to see those people here tonight as finalists, and I wish you all luck in the judgment. So the first award is And I just realised I should have brought my reading glasses because it's really small print. The Australian Government Landcare Farming Award, which acknowledges an individual, group or network that has demonstrated excellence and leadership in implementing sustainable and integrated land management practices on a farm, property or properties that protect soils, water, vegetation, biodiversity. It also recognises practices that deliver improved natural resource management and farm productivity outcomes. Yeah. So I'll just read out the finalists. So the finalists for the award are Agriculture Kangaroo Island and the Grassland Society of Southern Australia for the project Bringing Regen for the Next Generation. So we're just going to show the videos now.
Bringing Regen to the Next Gen is a capacity building project funded by the National Landcare Program that set out to upskill 30 farmers and advisors across the Limestone Coast on the key concepts of regenerative agriculture. Delivered by the Grassland Society of Southern Australia, HERSA, the Killip Farm Management Group, Dairy SA and the Limestone Coast Landscape Board, I'm Mel Fraser, the Lucky Facilitator of the program. We set out to co-design our activities with the participants, aiming to generate a network of farmers who embrace regenerative methods. We've learned about the principles of regenerative agriculture, agroecology and holistic management, and explored the world of soil biology and grazing practices that nurture our natural resources. We've also supported participants to conduct and monitor their own on-farm trials to assist the adoption of new management practices, and they'll share these learnings at our final project workshop. While we thought this project would appeal to the next generation of farmers and agricultural leaders, it's been a real treat to see families and people of all ages embrace this project and its activities.
So I think you'd agree they're both inspiring projects, and I know as a judge it was very hard to pick between them. Unfortunately, Agriculture Kangaroo Island aren't here tonight, but if the Grassland Society of Southern Australia could come up onto the stage, please. So firstly, I'd like to announce highly commended as Grassland Society come on stage. So the highly commended award was for the Grassland Society of Southern Australia for their project Bringing Regen for the Next Generation. And so obviously the winner of the Australian Government Landcare Farming Award is Agriculture Kangaroo Island. As I said, unfortunately there isn't a representative here tonight, but Deb Laver, who can represent them, is going to step up and accept the award on their behalf. So here you go, Deb.
I wasn't expecting to accept it for them, but I'll say a quick few words. I've got a pretty good idea why they're not here tonight, and that is this week they're actually undertaking a autumn aerial cull for feral pigs on Kangaroo Island, so that would probably explain the absence. But yeah, these guys, a fantastic project, really leading the way in vertebrate pest control, application of technology, new technologies, and engaging landholders in the project. And Landcare South Australia was really fortunate to actually get to hear them speak last week on Kangaroo Island. So I know a lot of people on AgKI, and I'm sure they'll be very, very excited about this award. Thank you.
Okay, our next award this evening is the Australian Government Partnerships for Landcare Award, also presented by Simon Goodhand. So when he's finished having his moment with the camera. No rush. Now, if I'd been organised, I would have thought of a joke, but that's not me. Sorry. Jerry, are you good? Can you tap dance? No, neither can I.
All right, thanks, Sophie. So the next award, Australian Government Partnerships for Landcare Award. So this is acknowledging partnership for individuals, groups, networks or organisations that have demonstrated leadership and achievement in landcare related activities as a result of partnerships. So the finalists for this award, the Wine Grape Council of South Australia, Retallick Viticulture Proprietary, Barossa Bush Gardens, and Kangaroo Island UniSA and KI Conservation Landholders Association partnerships. So we can run the videos, please.
Hi everyone, it's Dr. Mary Retallick here. Really delighted to hear the news that the UK Vineyards program has been announced as a finalist in this year's South Australia Landcare Awards. The program is a partnership between the Wine Grape Council of South Australia and Retallick Viticulture and more than 70 partnering businesses, including 43 growers who are setting up demonstration sites across South Australia. So we're showcasing native vegetation as insectary to provide habitat for good bugs. So thank you so much for that nomination.
Hello, I'm Hans Loder, viticulturalist and eco-grower at Penley Estate here in Coonawarra, and this is our Eco Vineyards area.
Hi, my name's Janet Klein. I'm an eco vineyard grower here at Naringa Vineyards in the Adelaide Hills below the Mount Barker summit in Paramount country. And this is my Eco Vineyards project, growing native grasses in an organic and biodynamic vineyard.
We would like to acknowledge the Veterinary people as the traditional custodians of this land and respect their connection they have with this land. So Pam, you've got some great volunteers helping you out in the nursery. So what do you use all those plants for?
Good question, Dory. We set up most of our plants to the wine industry, not only in the Barossa Valley, but also in the Clare Valley and even in the Coonawarra. We have partnerships with Mary Metallic, with the Eco Vineyards, and we do Wine for Wildlife in the Barossa Valley, as well as the Sippersville Alliance Group, which is a group of wineries. So Arthur, we're in the Dementia Friendly Garden. What does the Dementia Friendly Garden mean to you?
The program's been running for about 9 years, and my job is to suit the task involved to the people who come, so that each person has a meaningful and pleasurable experience during the day.
Hello, my name's Peter Hammond and I'm part of the Kangaroo Island Nest Box project team. Our partnership includes the Kangaroo Island Conservation Landholders Association, the University of South Australia, the KI Wildlife Network, KI Research Station, the KI Dance School and Friends of Parks KI Western Districts. So thank you for hosting the Nest Box Recovery Project, which is looking at wildlife recovery in the bushfire context. But our partnerships extend far wider, so we have many hundreds of individuals and organisations that have donated equipment, as well as built, transported and helped deploy 761 nest boxes for bats and pygmy possums across 13 properties on Kangaroo Island. Thanks to all for supporting us, from funding to cups of tea, and for allowing us to research methods in wildlife recovery.
So as well as the finalists, we also have an encouragement award, which is going to the Nature Foundation for their project, Revitalising Private Conservation in South Australia. So if I could invite the finalists and the encouragement award winners to come up to the stage, please. So we'll start with the Encouragement Award and like to present that to the Nature Foundation. Congratulations. And the highly recommended award for the Grape Council, the Wine Grape Council of South Australia, Retallick Viticulture Proprietary. And so the winner of the Australian... Oh, sorry. Okay, another highly commended award. This goes to Kangaroo Island, UniSA and KICLA Partnership. And so the winner of the Australian Government Partnerships for Landcare Award goes to the Barossa Bush Gardens.
They do all the work. I wasn't expecting this. This is what I wrote a speech.
And that concludes the 2 Australian Government Awards. And would you like to say something?
Russ is going to speak on their behalf, but I will intersect if he forgets people.
I just want to start by saying that the Barossa Bush Gardens is on Nadgeri country, and it's been very important to us, but also near Nuriupa, which is a meeting place. We also have strong connections with the Paramank and the Ghana. So where do our partnerships go? Well, the Bush Gardens was a vision of several people, and we're standing on the shoulders of those people like Prue Henschke and Chris Hall and people I've forgotten to mention. And more recently, the Bush Gardens has blossomed out into relationships with a whole range of people, including the Nadgeri people who recently repatriated some ancestors' remains that were disturbed at Roland Flat. And we host all kinds of people from dementia care people through to a whole range of community groups that come and use the Bush Garden. So its outreach is quite powerful, and particularly making sure that the vegetation of the region is promoted in people's gardens and in the vineyards and the farms in the area. So I want to thank the Landcare organisation for this award, and it's been a bit humbling because we didn't really expect this. Thank you.
Can I just quickly say one thing? I'd just like to thank all our volunteers over the last 21 years, and Russell forgot that bit. It was on the speech, Russell, right down the bottom, to thank all our valuable volunteers. Some of them have been coming to the Barossa Bush Gardens for 20 years, every Tuesday and Thursday. For 20 years. We've had people here for 10, 15, 5, 10, 20, even 3 months. We thank you all. Without you, all our projects wouldn't happen. And by the way, thank you for all the other 2 people. We actually have a connection with all the other 2 as well. We have a connection with Mary Metallic. As you know, we supply plants for her project. We even supplied plants for the KI project as well, with the Barossa Enterprise people as well. We supply plants for them. Of course, KI Providence, not Barossa Providence plants. Thank you. And thank you for all our volunteers, and thank you everybody. I'll keep that short.
Okay. I reckon we can lose it. Thank you. Okay. Now this is a fantastic award. Our next award is the Steadfast Young Landcare Leadership Award, presented by Anna Hooper, Landcare Australia board member, on behalf of Steadfast.
I'm so pleased this evening to be presenting the Steadfast Youth Landcare Leadership Award. This award acknowledges an individual or a youth group between the ages of 15 and 35 who promote excellence in land care through on-ground projects and or awareness-raising activities. Steadfast, formerly Auscover, have been a long-time sponsor of this award category and are committed to promoting youth involvement in conservation activities. So on behalf of Steadfast, congratulations to all the award nominees here this evening. We need more people like you to continue the hard work that you do, and you are the land care leaders of the future. So the finalists for this award are Brooklyn Mabbott, Sharif Norzay, and Jordan Norman. Congratulations. If you'd like to come up.
I'm inspired by small-scale food systems like backyard veggie patches and community gardens, the sharing of produce and the kindness that I see. Most of my week is spent growing vegetables in a small-scale market garden. Working in the garden has taught me how to grow fresh, healthy food, how to build soil full of beneficial microbes, and the importance of food security. In 2021, I co-created the Friends of Mudgeway Community Garden as a way to experiment with the benefits of a localised fresh food system. The Friends of Mudgeway Community Garden is a hub for local residents to feel a connection to their food and to have better access to their community. It has brought us together. Following my passion for the natural world, I've had the opportunity to work on natural building projects around Australia. Using the skills I've learnt there, I now help to facilitate projects in SA by teaching people sustainable building techniques. Doing work that aligns with my values is very gratifying. I get to observe the seasons and connect with my community.
Hi everyone, my name is Sharif and I helped create a sustainable garden at my school as part of my Youth Environment Council project. I started by organizing a National Tree Day in 2019 where students, staff at my school gathered and planted trees, fruit trees and native plants in the garden. All the plants planted on that day were all donated to us. Our garden now includes 13 fruit trees, 6 garden beds, 4 compost bins and a lot of native plants. This garden also includes 2 benches, both of which are made from recycled plastic. Due to the latest construction plan for our school, it was decided that half of the garden will be relocated to another area. Therefore, the upper area of the garden where 6 garden beds are is now moved to another nearby area. Future plan for this garden includes adding the garden into the school curriculum and putting recycled water irrigation system. This garden will provide fresh vegetables and fruits to my school in the future, and I'm very happy that I worked in this garden as part of my Youth Environment Council project. Thank you all for listening and thank you very much for giving me this award.
Hello, my name's Jordan Norman. A couple of things about me. At my school, Adelaide Agricultural High School, I run the school's Trees for Life program where we grow native plants to be for revegetation projects across the state, for example at Loveday. I've been running this project since 2019 and I've been able to engage multiple students across multiple year levels as part of the project. Outside of school, I've been trying to raise awareness of Scott Creek and the importance of doing bush reading and removing of introduced species, and by doing this it allows for rare endangered plants to regrow and to be rediscovered. I've also been running Kids workshops within our local land care environment at the Adelaide wetlands and the Brownell Creek, which I thoroughly enjoy educating younger students about the importance of vegetating our local habitats. I was also selected to be a 2021 Kids MC. Thank you for listening.
What inspirational young leaders. I'm so impressed. Hope my kids can grow up to be as inspirational as you guys. So I'll start by mentioning the highly commended awards, and the highly commended awards go to Brooklyn Mabbott and Jordan Norman. Well done. And unfortunately, Sharif hasn't been able to join us tonight, although we're hoping that he's joining us online. So the winner of the Steadfast Young Landcare Leadership Award is Sharif Norzai. Well done. Congratulations again to all the finalists this evening.
Thank you, Anna. Okay, our next award this evening is the Australian Community Media Landcare Community Group Award, presented by Greg Mayfield, Australian Community Media Representative. Thank you, Greg.
I'd like to say what a great smoking ceremony that Kamat Bimarachi or Mickey O'Brien performed for us. Oh, it was good too because I won a book. I pay tribute to the original Aboriginal inhabitants of this land, a land so ably protected today by 5,000 groups and 100,000 volunteers in the Landcare family. The Landcare Network was established in 1989 by the late former Prime Minister Bob Hawke. I was working as a reporter in the Canberra Press Gallery at the time and recall one of Mr Hawke's minders telling me just how highly Mr Hawke regarded the Landcare venture and that it was close to his heart. I am now Group Editor SA with Australian Community Media, the sponsor of the Community Group Award. Our organisation, like Landcare, is vastly spread over this great continent. We have 130 newspapers and I know results from tonight will feature prominently in our mastheads in South Australia, as well as story on Mickey O'Brien. I was involved in judging the Landcare Community Group Award and was greatly impressed with the nominees. Congratulations to all the nominees and to the worthy winner of this category who will be announced in a few moments. The finalists for this award are Kanmantoo Callington Landcare, Biodiversity McLaren Vale and Tarkowie Landcare Group. Would you join me on stage?
Kanmantoo Callington Landcare was founded in 1994. Since then, although membership has changed over time, the group itself has continued to work on restoring the biodiversity and habitat of the Kanmantoo Callington district. It has led, lobbied and delivered many projects, consulting and collaborating with state and local government, community groups, schools and residents. The Kanmantoo Callington area is in the Murray-Darling Basin and has a combined population of 1,175. The district over time has been significantly impacted by mining, industrial and agricultural development. In the face of these challenges, Kanmantoo Callington Landcare achieves positive environmental and community outcomes.
Started when two of our founding members, Jeff and Jock, came up with the idea to start up a community group for the benefit of the environment.
So what keeps me coming back and what keeps me inspired? Well, it's really purpose and people, I think. Our purpose is clear. We are on a mission to clean up the creek systems of the Wollonga Basin.
coming back to BMB is the people that come and being able to tangibly help the environment.
Hello, my name is Chris Grubchevsky and I'm the chair of the Tarcowie Landcare Group. We are situated 250 kilometres north of Adelaide, lying halfway between Jamestown and Orroroo. Our group has been undertaking projects in the Tarcowie area for the past 21 years, with members participating from around South Australia. All members have one thing in common. They are passionate about the environment and generously give their time to ensure that our part of the world will be left in a better condition than we found it. We have planted over 60,000 local tube stock species on private landowners' properties, roadside verges and degraded creek lines. We also conduct weed control, seed collecting, watering plants, tree guarding, as well as surveying and monitoring plants and animal species. Many more projects are in the pipeline for the foreseeable future.
Highly commended, Biodiversity McLaren Vale and Tarcowie Landcare Group. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Congratulations, Chris. Thank you. Thank you very much. And the winner is Kanmantoo Callington Landcare.
Wow.
Well done. I'll hand it to you since you're closest. Congratulations.
Right. Try and stop me. I'm the president of this august group. We consist of many, many, many people. When my wife and I moved up to Callington, or near Callington, 20 odd years ago, 23 years ago now, the first thing we did was find the secretary of the local Landcare group. And apart from all the wonderful things that we showed you that we do, by way of plantings and weedings and all of that stuff, it's been the basis of our friendships that we've formed. I'm sorry, it's a bit emotional, isn't it? But it really is very important. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. That's amazing. Awesome. Okay, our final award for this evening is the Australian Government Individual Landcarer Award. And it's going to be presented again by Simon Goodhand as a representative of the Australian Government.
Thank you, Sophie. And it's great to see the passion that's displayed on stage just now. That sums up Landcare for me, just the passion, inspiration of all of you here. Well done. So, the final award, the Australian Government Individual Landcare Award. This acknowledges the significant contribution made by an individual who has demonstrated outstanding leadership and commitment to Landcare. There are many people who, through their actions, have had a positive impact on improving land management practices through practical on-ground activities and or by creating awareness of Landcare in their local community. So again, this was a really hard award to judge because all the applicants demonstrated outstanding attributes, but of course we had to select winners and recommended. So the finalists for the award are Liz Milner, Brett and Marie Smith, and Roger Christopherson. And there's also an encouragement award to be provided to Miss Amber Trapoil. So if the finalists and Amber could come on the stage as we show the videos, please.
Hi, my name is Liz Milner and I'm a member of the Friends of Black Hill and Morialta. I joined the group in 2010 and took on coordinating my first project site in 2012, and I now coordinate 3 projects. Since 2012, I've been an integral part of the group's management team and have taken on a number of roles, including Treasurer, Morialta Centenary Coordinator and President. After taking on the President's role in 2016, I instigated change in the group through reviewing our work's priorities, involving local community in fundraising, applying for grant funding and upgrading our website. This has resulted in the group being able to direct approximately $170,000 of contractor works towards protecting threatened species in Morialta, restoring grassy woodlands in Black Hill, and controlling the emerging weed ornithogalum and other weeds in Horsnell Gully. We have also grown our membership from 58 financial members to 116 today and provided almost 3,000 volunteer hours on the ground last year.
G'day, Brett and Marie Smith from Allura Sanctuary here. We've published 1,242 Allura species on our website. We are habitat carers and do a lot of weeding. We've eradicated onionweed, horehound, saffron thistle, Maltese cockswood and stemless thistle, and are currently targeting wild sage. This has resulted in the return of thousands of native plants. We reduced our carbon footprint to about 2.5 tonnes per year each, compared to the average Australian's 18 tonnes by living off the grid and moving to a plant-based diet. We are involved in citizen science projects and have now made nearly 23,000 identifications for other people on iNaturalist. We visit people's reserves and improve their species lists. This video is trying to highlight the enormity of how many species inhabit our semi-arid area. Less than half is shown here, but this video helps bring that number into perspective.
I'm 11 years old. I have been involved with the City of Port Adelaide Enfield Council. I wrote a letter explaining my concerns of cigarette smoking, which led to a ban within 10 metres of play equipment. This is especially important for people with asthma. This creates a cleaner and healthier environment for them to play in. I have been helping to raise money for Rainforest Rescue, a charity which helps the Daintree, a rainforest in Queensland, home to the southern cassowary, which is my favourite animal. I have also been involved in tree planting events through the City of Port Adelaide Enfield Council. I hope to continue my involvement with the environment conservation.
I think you'd agree all those individual nominees have inspiring stories. So I'd like to invite Amber Trappel first to come up on stage to receive an encouragement award. And I think you can safely say if Amber's an example of the sort of young people involved in Landcare, then Landcare's got a really bright future. Amber. We've also got 2 highly commended awards for Brett and Marie Smith and Roger Christopherson. And I don't think either of them are here, but we certainly like to applaud them for those highly commended awards. And so that leaves the winner of the Australian Government Individual Landcare Award, who is Liz Milner. Congratulations.
Thank you, Simon. Oh, I think I have to pull that down, do I? Yeah. Oh, I'm so nervous, it isn't funny. My gosh, I'd like to start by acknowledging that we are on the land of the Kaurna people here tonight, and I really want to pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging, and I want to thank them for the tens of thousands of land care that they've already done. If we could all just do a little bit of the wonderful things they've done over the past 50, 60, however many it is years, we'll be on our road to recovery. So I moved to Adelaide in 2009, and I'd like to say I haven't worn this suit since then. I'm actually an information technology professional who retired, came to South Australia and fell into the Friends of Black Hill and Morialta. And I have to say that everything I've learned since I've come here. So there's no such thing as can't, and you can learn at any age. I have to thank so many people. I'm going to start with Steph Cole, who is my current senior ranger, except she's on furlough at the moment, who was my volunteer support officer, her and Kat Hill. Without that volunteer support officer support with the Friends of Parks group, I wouldn't be here today. And I was absolutely devastated when those positions were removed from all of the Friends of Parks groups. I have to thank John Fleming, my past president, and Anne Taylor, who is 35 years of Landcare this year, our inaugural member from the Friends of Black Hill and Morialta, because without them, again, their mentorship, I wouldn't be here today. Obviously, I have to thank the hundreds of volunteers that have come along and helped out, and I have to thank my beloved Garth, because without his support, I would not be here either. All right, thank you, everybody. And obviously, I have to thank Landcare.
Wow, what an amazing night. And some very special memories from that beautiful smoking ceremony performed by Uncle Mickey at the beginning, and the leaf sharing ceremony, which was also very special. I've still got my leaf. I hope you've got yours. And then all the inspiration from not only the nominees, but the winners. As far as I'm concerned, life is about making a difference, and this is a room full of people that are all making a difference. And I know there were lots of people who are out there that are doing their own little bits in little patches all over. So it's been an inspirational night. There is spare food. So if you've still got the munchies, grab some spare food on the way home. Make sure you go home and open the links that have got the link to the YouTube videos so you can watch those presentations again and share them widely. So I'm going to invite Sarah to come up and finish off the evening. Travel safe.
Thanks, Sophie. I'm feeling pretty charged, I think, now with Landcare inspiration. Tonight's been tremendous, and I think over the last couple of years, without being able to get together as much as we have been, I feel that tonight was really needed, actually. So I feel inspired. I hope that you do too. There's some remarkable people in this room. There's some remarkable people I know watching at home as well. And I want to thank you all for being part of Landcare with us. It's just amazing. I just wanted to say some quick thank yous, but also just to remind you that all our award winners from tonight will go on to represent South Australia at the National Landcare Awards. That will be announced at the National Landcare Conference in Sydney, I think later in the year, August. And I was just speaking in the break to our LAL board member representative, Anna Hooper, about being able to see those award winners down in Sydney, and that will be really tremendous to have that connection and to be able to support South Australia there. Just a couple of thank yous for tonight, because of course nights like this just don't happen on their own. There's some remarkable people that we need to thank. I would like to thank Uncle Mickey. I think he's already left, but if you can please put your hands together for Uncle Mickey. I should have thought about how I was going to do this earlier. Sophie, thank you very much. I have a gift for you. I probably can't do two things at once. But thank you very much for being our MC for tonight, and for all your ongoing support for Landcare. Thank you. And last but not least, we have somebody who's worked very hard on this, a couple of people in particular. One is our Executive Officer, Ellie Pratt, who I just can't put eyes on at the moment. But there she is. Well done, Ellie. Thank you very much. And also who has been working on this for quite some time and has been extremely busy in the last few weeks as well, doing another job, Jerry Butler. Thank you very much, Jerry. Thank you so much, all of you, for being here tonight. I encourage you, yes, to take some food, to grab whatever's left. Check out the new Landcare membership, sign up as a member, get our newsletter, and get involved with all the things that we've got going on throughout the year for Landcare. Thank you very much.